And I
Hey,
have the power.
he says yes. Okay, faces glowing. Love it, love it, love it. So, y'all ready to get started? Get this party started. All right. So, this workshop through the Ujima Boston crew is called The Portal Between the Everyday and the Sacred by me, Tiara Angus. And who am I? Who am I? That's me. Okay, my name is Tiara Angus. I am a photographer, librarian, educator, artist, and the most important is a chocolate chip cookie lover. I will find any place that has chocolate chip cookies and I'm gonna eat one. And if it's good, I'm gonna go back. That's that is my connection to Amsterdam because I had very, very good chocolate chip cookies. Okay, I'm from Dorchester, Boston, Massachusetts. Right now I'm in Jamaica Plain and you know, I really like it. Um, my simple hobbies, I love horror movies. It's one of my favorite things. Yeah, in my spare time, I will watch all the Saw movies, and Blade, and what's another crazy one? The Purge. The Purge is a really good series. I love Fortnite, exploring nature with my little baby. He may pop up eventually, but he likes his cars. Five words to describe my art, which is something to keep in mind for later in our discussion. If I put down the words for my art, it's inner city, cultural, portraiture, unedited, and vernacular. Vernacular, some people don't know much about that, like theme and photography, but think of more candid photos of areas and they'll change over time. So I could take a photo of this street that I'm on, and then a few years later it changes, but there's still like the language of the photo, like the language of the environment that you'll be able to see and be like, oh, shoot, that's Boston in 2025. Oh. You can see it in there. So yeah, that's my kind of vibe. Here are some of my inspirations. If you don't know, now you know. Carrie Mae Weems, one of the greatest to ever do it. And I've met her twice and, kissed the ring because she really do it. Zanelle Moholy, their work is just really intense and vivid and just blackity black, black and queer, and I love that. Micheline Thomas, I'm unsure of pronouns, so I'm gonna say they, but like I've seen their work so many times, and there's a time I went to New Orleans, and it was like pretty much like the setup of a beauty shop. Like it had hair around, it had Oh, it had like Jet magazine and all types of like covers of magazines all over the place and beautiful photographs. Ah, it was just so much of what I love. And Deanna Lawson, I feel like I spelled that wrong. Oh, shame on me. But her work is crazy. It's truly like street photography to the max, like finding people where they are and taking photos of their everyday life. Yeah, they're some of my favorites. I hope you explore them in your other days. I'm also really bad at narrowing down photos to show to highlight folks like what my work is. So here is just a screenshot of my Instagram. I like to go into events and take photos of people. I try not to be as posed, but these are very posed things. Um, yeah, you see the vernacular style. You could look at them and be like, wow, that really was the style of the 2020s. That was the vibe of Black folks in Boston. Um, yeah, each just I don't know. The more I look at them, I'm like, that, I ate with that. I ate with that a lot. Moving on a little bit. So y'all have read maybe have read like the intro of this series, but I'll read this out loud for folks who aren't looking at the screen. This first session, which we're in right now, congratulations, will be about self-defining your role in art. We will draw inspiration from pioneering artists who have successfully adapted their practices to virtual spaces. During the session, we will also begin developing our own virtual exhibition and participate in two discussion activities and collaboratively create a class playlist. The playlist, I think, is the most important because music moves the world and it will give me an insight into your interests. I think every class I've taught so far has had a playlist. And it's like by the end of the time, we all know each other's songs. And it's a nice like, oh snap, I never thought I was gonna be listening to who's a weird one. Uh, I don't know, Panic at the Disco. I like them. But say that. I wasn't gonna listen to that song that's like deep, deep, deep in the cut of Panic at the Disco, but now it's like an everyday rotation and reminds me of, sharing space with people that I don't know. So yeah, and the important phrase in here is virtual exhibition, which we will get to soon. Any questions so far? Let me take a break for water. Even Beyonce takes a break for water. Sure. All right. Next. Next. Okay. So now it is your turn. I like that we have a medium-sized group here, so everybody will be able to share. Um, but take your time. Take your time. I'm not gonna be calling on people unless unless I get evil. So your turn. Introduce yourself over audio or in the chat. I'll approve that. So like I said earlier about myself, where you're from, your hobbies, and 5 words to describe your art. So y'all can self-nominate, and if I get evil, I'm gonna start pointing.
I can go first.
Hey, you wanted to
Okay.
be good today. Thank you, thank you.
Hi,
All right, thank you.
everyone. I don't know who all is on this chat. It's not letting me see, but my name is Amira. I mostly grew up in Denver, Colorado. My hobbies, I am an artist. Um, I like to do weird workout classes and like dance classes. Um, I'm trying to discover what my hobbies are right now. So those are the two I'm going to focus on. Um, and then some words to describe my art. I'm also trying to explore that right now and figure out what my style is. I do mostly paint with acrylics. So I do a lot of portraits and calligraphy. Yeah,
Okay. Acrylics, portrait, calligraphy, uh, science, magic.
amazing. I
That's
love
all,
it.
that's all in there. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can go. I'm like, let me just get it out of the way before I keep overthinking what I'm gonna say. Um, my name is Shanti. I am from outside of Boston. I live in Acton, in the suburbs of Acton, right next to Concord, if anybody knows that area. Um, my hobbies, well, mostly because of where I live, is spending time in nature because there's lots of trails out here. And I love to get crafty in any way. I have like so many crafts in my house, candle making, jewelry making. I just dabble different things. I'm trying to do what's it called? I can't even think of it, but I'm trying all different kinds of art whenever I can.
Mhm.
Um, but what the words I would use to describe, I want to say natural just because I'm kind of naturally flowing into different things and I'm very inspired by nature. Anytime I can use actual nature and things I'm creating, then that's very exciting for me. Um, and eclectic because I am inspired by many different types of cultures and um, experiences. So eclectic. I'm struggling on some other words. I almost didn't answer because I didn't know exactly what words to use, but I feel like that's my building block from here. Sorry
Yeah.
if you can hear my little one in the background, but
Oh no. She wants to explain too. She got some words.
it's like, don't forget to say this, Mama.
I think another
Yes,
one of yours is like holistic and wellness and
holistic.
yeah.
Yes, that's a good one. Hello.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Oh, you holistic too?
Yeah, one of my
Yeah.
creations. One of my creations there.
Precious. Thank you, Shanti. We'll hear more from you later. Yeah. Anybody else? Let's see. 18 people on here.
Hey,
200. Hey.
um, my name is Lauren, um, and I am from Dorchester. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I am from Dorchester, born and raised, and I'm based here still. Um, and my hobbies, hmm, well, I like to read. Um, Unfortunately, I do doom scroll for like a good 45 minutes out of the day, so I guess I should include that as a hobby. But but
Okay.
I definitely like to cook. I love to um, look at archival work. I just like to go into the library and like look at like archival like pictures and things like that, and like articles. Um, And 5 words to describe my art. I am not actively working on art. I consider myself a spectator, but when I do indulge in art, I would say that it's very whimsical,
Mm,
very quirky, um, dark, surprising.
mm.
Um, and um, I would say odd and fulfilling.
Hmm. I love that. And I'm glad you're on social media all day. You're funny. You are funny on there. So good. But thank you. Anyone else? I mean, we have time, but not like crazy time. So, anybody else? And feel free to message in the chat. Let me see if there are any in the chat that I can see. Oh, Alexis. Are y'all cool with me reading these out loud? Okay, I see some thumbs. Um, Marie from Ethiopia, but Cambridge raised. I like to hang with friends, explore, working out, painting, DJing, and describing my art, iridescent, healing, intimate, bring people together. I love that. I love that. Next, Arifa from upstate New York. How did I not know that? It's giving. You give that vibe. Currently in Jamaica Plain, hobbies include herb crafting, baking, henna, painting, and you didn't put them earrings in there, child. I still have them earrings. Next session, I'm gonna wear them. 5 words: earthy, dreamy, ancestral, sensitive. Hmm. Sensitive, I like that word. Put on art. It's like, gentle. Alexis from Indiana, based in Providence. Hello. My hobbies are dance, swimming, board games, reading, film, and stained glass. Making stained glass? Looking at? I would like to know more. My art practice is new, so I would describe it as exploring, seeking, personal, and documentary. Beautiful. Beautiful. Natasha from Worcester. Hobbies are reading, tennis, and sleeping. The golden S word. Yes. Before I was a parent, I didn't even know that it was golden. But that golden S. Hey, heavy on the sleep. Okay, let me see. I got lost in the sleeping child. Where was I at? Who is this? Natasha? Okay. My art is photography and videography. Lovely. Describing my art. Bright, fun, and colorful. I love that. And Spencer from Minneapolis. Ooh. Ice skating, biking, viola. Ooh, not a violin. You different. Okay. Dance. My art is community, local, spiritual, photography, music, and dance. Okay, okay, okay. I like that. Making stained glass, Alexis. I don't even know how you start doing that. We will learn more about you because making stained glass sounds dangerous. Lucy from Amesbury, Massachusetts, and currently in Cambridge. I like to cook things from scratch. All right. Okay. I like that. Add from scratch. Telling people like me who get it from the box, I'm better. Farmers markets. Okay. Running. I read constantly. Nice. Laying around on the beach. Mm. Transport me right now. Mm. My art is currently transitioning from consuming art to making art. Love that. So maybe focus, handmade, and matriarchy. We like that. Silas in Minneapolis. Minneapolis, MN. What's MN? What's happening? What's MN? Minneapolis, Minneapolis, Montana, Minneapolis. Mm, I'll find out eventually. Somebody tell me. Originally from Chicago
Minnesota.
area. Hobbies. Oh, someone.
Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Wow. Throw me away. I paid attention in history class too. I got good grades. And MN, I don't know what I thought that was for real.
There's a
But
lot
they
of states.
appreciate you. Okay, originally from Chicago area. Hobbies, hockey and sports. Lake time, beach and skating, art stuff, queer friend time, which we all need. Yes. Attempts at artwork. Attempts at art words. Okay. Archival slash documentary, found slash discovery slash wonder, abstraction and simple forms, bright color play. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that so much. Okay, thank you all for the things. Feel free to write them in the chat, like throughout. I'm trying to like build up our words. I'm a dictionary girl. Everything needs a glossary. Baby. Okay, next. We'll dip into a nice little discussion. I've been pondering this question, I think since 2020 happened and art had to make a drastic shift, where it was like folks are really stressed out and then they started doing like I had done a like a public art piece that was a slideshow that was showing on the outside of a building overnight. So if y'all know Black Market, I did a project with them over the summer. Yeah, where I had a slideshow. I would set it up every morning and or every night and have it go throughout the night and then turn it off in the morning. And it was like every day for like a week or like 2 weeks or something. Just to activate that space for people who are walking by. And for those who know like the Dudley area, there are a lot of people out there, or like Nubian Square, there are a lot of people out there. So I thought it was nice to reflect the community back on itself at night. Um, but yeah, this question, what is the role of the artist? I started thinking about it in 2020. And then as the years went on, now we're having a conversation deeper about artificial intelligence, AI, CGI, things taking our jobs, and how instead of feeling helpless, now we can take control and say, what is our role as artists in 2025? What do we want it to be? What do we want to start doing? It's not, oh, we just give up and stop making work, or I don't know. I've heard many things. That was pretty much like, why should we create art? So I'd like to hear from y'all. Like, what do you think the role of the artist is in 2025? And feel free to write in the chat or say it out loud. I'm gonna keep these answers to
I can start first.
yeah.
Um, Again, my name's Tanya. I think a lot about like when I look at the word role, and my brain goes directly to like um your job. And then it starts to get into the sort of gray areas of, you know, making money and things of that sort. And so I try to like move myself away from just those thoughts around this, right? What is our job in 2025? And uh thinking about like 2020, and like folks were like, we need the arts, we need artists, right? And it feels a sort of synonymous of we need Black women to do all of the things and make us feel good about the world, right? And so I'm thinking right now for me in 2025 is, you know, I'm making art for my community first. Actually, I'm making art from my heart first. Um, and then for the community, my community. And so I think the role of myself as a Black woman, as an artist, is to really be selfish
Mm,
and insular and make sure that the work is not extractive. And if I'm going to deal with pain, then I'm going to make sure that the opposite end of that is healing. Um,
hmm.
and so I think my role in the role that I am is my racial gender role. All of it goes together, and it's for me to make sure that I am contributing to the cycle of healing in 2025.
Yes. I love that. I love that. Accurate. Um, Wonderful. Yeah. And Shanti put in the chat to this question, what is the role of the artist in 2025? To heal through expression and to invite the viewer into the healing, into that healing and new perception, which is like on the same lines. Olivia has written, I think the role of an artist is to document histories, experiences, I was about to say expertise, but experiences and feelings of people and themselves. I often think about how art can be so representative of a period of time, or of a time period or event that actual historical things because of how raw and honest it is. Sorry, I butchered the hell out of that. Oh yes, to reflect what it means to be human. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And I'll pivot back to like the monetary vibe and thinking of the role as a job. I am am was an event photographer. And there was a time where I just said yes to things. I was like, yes, 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 yes. I'm gonna go take your pictures. I don't care what it is. Y'all paying me. It's money. But then I got to a place of being like, you know what? You don't have to say yes. Oh, Olivia, it is fine. It is fine. I read kind of fast and theatrically. But thinking back to um like the time where I stopped saying yes and just was, thinking about myself and what I wanted to actually be a part of. It just changes the game. Like, money is not everything, but when you don't have money, it is everything. Um, and also recently I did exhibit at Mass Mocha. It was a small exhibit, um, and it was partially an auction. And I saw my work alongside everybody else's work, and I just had like a wrench in me because I was like, I'm not trying to let these go to be in somebody's house. I don't know. I wasn't ready. I was like, I I feel like you have to have a level of acceptance when you're selling your stuff to know that it could go anywhere. This person could put their name on the back of it and go sell it cross country. This person can pretend it's a Basquiat and make millions of dollars off of it. Or there was a professor, I won't name his name, but there was a professor, and we asked him, like, would you sell your work to Beyonce and Jay-Z? And he was like, hell no, because their interests don't align with mine. They're very capitalistic when it comes to buying art. And it made me open my eyes. Like, okay, I would, at that point, I was like, if Beyonce came and said, hey, girl, I want to buy that art, I'm like, yes, I still might, just off the strength. But there's at least like a pause in me now that's like, okay. This means it's worth something. And in the capitalistic system of selling Black work, am I trying to add to that? That's also why I'm so keen on this project itself, like making a virtual exhibit. And I know we're running out of time. Oh no. But feel free to write more stuff in the chat because we'll bring it back up at the next sessions. I've built in some time for that. We may have time to watch this. Kamaria, you have the time to pop this out. It's just 4 minutes. So this is a kind of a tangential example of what I mean when it comes to people like artists working together to make a thing, um, and in a virtual space. So let's see if I can get to that. Hold on, let me stop sharing. You got me, Kamaria.
Yeah, I can share it for you.
Yes.
Let me do it. Let me do it.
So, preface of this, it is a video of a collaboration of dancers, videographers, photographers, and spectators. I like that word. And it's a 4 minute video. So we'll give it a look.
Okay. Thank you.
So today we're at the Santa Monica airport during the lockdown to try to find a non-traditional way to bring live dance to audiences. There's been a lot of different waves of emotions during this time. To know that every theater in the world is closed right now, there's something really emotional about having to comprehend that.
Probably gonna arrive around here, and you can just point them towards the LED. I guess the thing I do miss the most is human connection, especially as a dancer, being able to physically touch and physically work together.
The motivation for Parks was really just to stay creative in a time of crisis.
Tonight we're here just to watch this dance. I don't even know what to expect.
Waiting for a dance performance to start in a parking lot.
It's a nice change of scenery. Get to interact with people for once.
I love this opportunity to be with people, just to even know that there's people around and even to engage with someone, even if we are 6 feet apart.
This is so cool.
This is a different kind of performance. It's more about our experience of being together that is the art form. is something that is so beautiful about being in the presence of another human being.
I hope when people leave this performance, that it motivates people to not feel trapped during this time.
It was the most moving piece of art that I've seen in a very long time, and so happy to be a part of it.
Everyone needs to keep making art. Dancers need to keep dancing, audiences need to keep seeing it. People need to be inspired, and that will never go away.
Right. Well, I get the slideshow back up and running. Any thoughts about that? I saw some comments, but let me get my stuff together. Okay. Let me see. This shot. Okay. So this is beautiful. Aw, wonderful. I was connected to this video around the time of COVID, and we really were thinking of different ways for folks to collaborate, like photographers, videographers, dancers, painters. I was a part of a couple of mural projects. We were outside with our masks on. We were bleaching our toilet tissue. Like we all were like in a state of mass confusion. And then I feel like each year has been different hits when it comes to wars and wildfires and presidential elections and the price of eggs. There are so many things that are bad. So yeah, I think that all like tied together for me. And this video was like a just a really niche example of people getting together and making a thing. And each person was involved in an important way. Um, so let me go next. So now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of the things. So I want to build a virtual exhibit with all of you, with all of your work. I want you to submit things. And I'll show you multiple ways that people have done this online, and we can discuss how we want it to look. Sound okay? Y'all like the vibe? Yes. Thumbs up and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let me make y'all small because y'all so big. Like y'all so big on my screen. Like, why you so big? Anyway. All right. First one I'll look at is, can you see my screen? Y'all pretty much see the whole screen. Y'all seeing too many secrets. But first we'll look at, oh, technology. Don't embarrass me. Okay, first we'll look at art at a time like this. This is when it started, yeah, founded in March 2020. It was just purely online exhibitions. Now it's kind of shifted to be highlighting things that are in person and things that are not. If I can scroll down, here's a bunch of exhibitions. Let me see which one I had clicked on earlier. Hmm. Yeah, it could have been this one. Um, so yeah, this one, how it's formatted is you see the title, curation, words, and then you get into each person who submitted their work. And then you can click on their work and it has its own page talking about what the thing is. So video, words, pictures, all types of stuff. So if we do it in this format, it would be, here's the title of our exhibit, here's the description, then each of your names, and then a page dedicated to your work. Okay. Sexy, simple, nice and neat. Then we have something like this. So the Smithsonian, I don't know when they started this, but I was like, yeah, they started online exhibitions. Which one did I click on for this one? I think I did this. Yeah, the future of orchids. Come load it, load it, load it, load it, load it. Okay, now we go into view online exhibit. And big text, big, all this. Love it. Set up so nicely. Scroll down, it has more description of what the exhibit's about, who presented it. This has like a breakdown of where things are, because I think this is also a physical exhibit. And then it has 3D models of like the orchids involved. I really like this software because it's just cool looking. It's like I didn't know I wanted to see a 3D orchid, but I'm looking at it. And there are other exhibits that do similar things, like within the Smithsonian. It like breaks down what is what. It has so much text, so much information. And for those of y'all who like to read and like to, ooh, got into the orchid's brain. Ooh, scared me. But for those of y'all who going into plant history and maybe the shorty who was doing like like holistic things. Yeah, Shanti, you're doing holistic stuff. Maybe there's a breakdown in there about, oh, I really like snake plants and it's good for our health and our chakras or something. Um, that I think would be a cool option. Then we have this one, 3D virtual exhibition library from V21 Art Space. This one I think is really, really interesting. Let me see which one I clicked on. This one looks familiar. So we click into it, and it says enter virtual museum. Okay. Navigation tips. I don't need that. I know what I'm looking at. So this one is truly a digital space. It is a digital exhibit, legit. So it has this little thing. You can move forwards, kind of like if you're playing a video game. You can like walk through, look at the stuff. When I came in the other time, yeah, I came in up in here, and it truly is a virtual exhibit. Like you look around and here's lots of stuff. I think there was a video attached to this one too. Like it has an audio section. Let's see if I can click on one of these things. I think it's just going to be audio. Can y'all hear it? It wasn't meant to be, but it made noise, so you know. And let's see if we click on something like this. Click on the arrow. Beep, 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 beep. Yep. And then this will help you read the different articles and make it bigger. It's really, really accessibility. Mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Folks of us who don't have good eyes. So something like this is an example of a truly, if you say virtual exhibit, that is this. That's what this looks like. Now we go to this next one. Sonia Clark is the online exhibit, more of the style that we're used to, where it's like a slideshow of work. This work is really dope, but let me see. And then you scroll down, and it's supposed to like Pop up, yeah. Pop up different words, different like explanations about the work and what the materials are and whatnot. Um, yeah. So this is more simple, but a slideshow, something that can be easily produced. Not worried about that type of design. And then we have a website like this where you can like, create your own exhibition for free. And when I went into here, which one did I click? Let's see. Do 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 do. Let's click on this first one. Why not? Okay. Enter the exhibition. So yeah, it says an immersive online exhibition that spans the artist's career from the first painting to utopian landscapes created over the past 15 years. Um, and it has like a nice little tour. Let's see if it lets us in. Yeah, this one is definitely a different vibe. Because it has, y'all aren't hearing it, but it has like an audio ominous. It's kind of creepy. It's like, "Ugh." Um, so this one truly is another one, but it's more immersive. It seems more like if we want to make it as unique as possible, I think this would be the option. And the other ones are simple. Enter through my rotten chest. Poetic. So yeah, here are a few things to look at. They're all doable with time. Um, but let me know which ones you guys are more attracted to. Because in my idea of this exhibit, I would like to highlight at least one piece of work from each person, at least one. If you have more, lovely. And this is also work that can, let me pop it up. This is also work that it could have been published other places. I'm not a stickler on things like that. Um, it could be something you're thinking about now and you're like, oh, I'm just, waiting to have an idea or something. Um, yeah, that's something I'm open to. So any ideas of what you guys want this like virtual space to look like? Because I know we have different artists doing different things. Some people I heard videography, I've heard like sculpture, oil paints and stuff like that. So input from y'all. What are you thinking? First two examples? Wonderful. Yeah, art in a time like this, it had the main page and then each like a little square of your work where you'd have your own page. And the second one, I believe, was like the virtual gallery space, I believe. Maybe wrong. Orchids. Yeah, I loved how that page it kind of like flowed together and like the color palette. Yeah. And this website is going to live on Ujima's webpage. So, yeah, easy to access. It won't be behind a paywall. Um, so something like this, yeah, like the Orchids page is definitely something that we can do. Enjoyed the virtual gallery. Yeah. I remember in 2020 when I was finishing up my master's degree, um, uh, we were thinking of different ways to display work, and they had sent us, I think, Tufts like art school had done like a virtual exhibit, and I my jaw dropped because you could navigate through the halls and like blow up the images really huge. I thought it was it was a way of making a virtual space public. True, not everybody has access to like a computer and phones like that, but physically going to an art gallery has its own limitations. So yeah, I liked that. Like if you're somewhere, like you're in Sweden or you're deep someplace else and you want to see an exhibit, here's a website and you can make it big. Um, and that I don't know, that's just a plus of accessibility on just for me as a person who, I wear glasses. Sometimes I gotta get really close up on things. That's what it is. Um, okay, I will take that input and we can make that shake. And I don't know if the group chat has been made. Somebody on staff, I don't know.
No, it hasn't been made yet. I can make it right now. I need like at least two numbers to make a group chat, but I can make it right now.
You use mine.
Okay.
I'm gonna message you. And
Yes.
let's see. Technology. Let's see. 2, 4, 8, 3. Yeah, so what I wanted as like a take home assignment, because I love giving homework. Because y'all, what? And they're all good things. So, what I wanted was when we make this group chat to have a collective, either like SoundCloud or Spotify playlist. I know people are very strong about their music and where it plays, and oh no, it can't be on YouTube. Oh, I don't like Spotify. Ooh, Tidal is just so whatever, and Apple Music. Oh, so I'm open to trying to find the most common amongst us and make a playlist. I have thousands of things. So, we'll start with 3 of my songs and then pop in your songs as inspiration. Um, yeah, so once that WhatsApp group is made, then start putting in them things. Another thing I'd like you to read, but also the website I'm sending you to is just a great website. I think it's Musey magazine. It's more about like photography and art and just any type of news that comes about art stuff. But I read this article that was about drive-by art and the role of photography. I thought it was really, really, really interesting. And I'd also want you to watch What Gordon Parks Saw. He is a black photographer who photographed a bunch of dope stuff. Mainly like black and white, but it was like of the community. Yeah, I think he's a good person to research. And last one, to listen. I think this is gonna be the first one I put on my playlist, on our playlist, because it's a vibe. I think if you listen to it tonight, you'll be in a great mood to go to sleep. It truly is one of those songs. It's like my quintessential black cookout song. The song you play that like it just like, changes the tone. It's like yeah, any questions about this or any of the things I've mentioned so far?
I was gonna say that even though Spotify is getting heavily demonized with all the I will say they're very good at creating jams, like a group jam. I really enjoyed that feature of Spotify. So
Okay. See, I was gonna start on Spotify anyway. Unless somebody was really like, yo, Elon Musk owns Spotify. Oh no. But yeah, I like that. Spotify may be the one. Um, let's see. Spotify may be the one. Um, any other comments, questions so far?
I'm also here for Spotify. I know I'm a staff member, but selfishly, I do like Spotify.
Where does anybody have any questions about work that they'd like to submit? Really, I'm thinking of folks. I'm looking at Erica right now. Erica, goddamn, I don't even know. Uh, your work is so like it could be anything. Like really. Like you do videos. It's like documentary style videos of like your behind the scenes work. You do amazing makeup. You draw incredibly. Yeah, like so a person like you who does many things, I think my advice would just be what is something that you'd like to highlight? In the theme of the class, it's the portal between the sacred and the everyday, which means many things, but I'd like to think of it as like this water bottle. I've had it for quite a while. This is not the water that was in it. I'm not going to throw away this bottle because it means something to me. And the portal between the everyday and the sacred, this is sacred to me because I have made it sacred. If somebody were to come up in here and throw away this water bottle, I'll be mad. I'll say, why'd you do that? They say, oh, the plastic's going to kill you. Well, let it. No, no, no. Um, but something like that. Like I want it to be sentimental. I want it to be something that you're proud of. Even if it's a work that you're like, it's not fully finished. Or I don't want you to stress about it. That's the main thing. If you're like, damn, maybe I should go outside and take a photo of something. Maybe. But you also have work from years ago that you haven't done anything with, and maybe this is the avenue to make it more, uh, I don't know, to tie to the theme. Yeah. Um, I don't know, a person like Lauren talking about being a spectator. Like, I I think. I think I'm open to like audio messages. Really? Girl, you could screenshot your whole Facebook feed. That shit's hilarious.
I mean, I will say, I did do some artwork when I was in high school with the ICA. I am strongly probably going to use that same artwork. So
You can. You
yes.
can. I also would be okay with just a screen recording of you like scrolling through like your funniest moments, because that that's sacred to me. Yeah. And other folks, like if you have video work, if you have I don't know. I don't know. I think also in the group chat to like ask, like, hey, I was working on this thing and it's finished, but I have it published elsewhere. Can I publish it here? Or I don't know. I can't think of anything that would be completely out of the realm of being a part of a virtual exhibit. Like if it's a sculpture, it's something you can photograph. If it's I mean, I think the maybe the only real thing you can't put in there is like a curse.
No AI.
Yeah, maybe not like AI or like a witch's curse. I say don't submit that. That's all I can think of. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. He said, I'm coming. Baby. Oh, you're pressing buttons. You're pressing buttons. I know you'd like to press some buttons. Whoa. Oh, you want my phone? Um, okay, any other questions? Oh, we have a little time, but any other questions about this stuff? Any questions for me? Any questions for the baby? He knows a lot about cookies and cars. Um, he does like a FaceTime. He likes a photo. He loves French fries. Talk to him about French fries. He'll like that. Um, he likes mommy. Yeah, she's nice. But, sometimes she could hurry up with the food, I guess. Um, okay, any other things? Let's see. Okay. Last is a thank you page. Here is my contact information. I don't know. I'm reachable so many places. My name is really easy to find. So do with that what you will. Just don't pull up on my house. I'm kidding. And I put in here, yeah, if you want to work with Ujima Boston, which I think all of you have the capacity to, um, yeah, here's the contact information and here's the last thing. You click the button. Click the button for me. Oh no, it don't go. Will it go now? Oh my gosh, it's disrespectful. Okay, this way. Okay, this way. The next session will be February 5th, so less than a month away. Am I right? Or so? And that one we'll continue on this like virtual exhibit building. Um, I think for that day, I'll ask y'all like more like what are things that you're submitting and have that to me by a certain time. By then we'll have this playlist on and popping. And then for our last day in March, I don't know specifically what that day is. I think it's like March 15th or something. There's something in there. It's on something.
Yes, it is. It is to be to determine right now. It is from March 15th. But Ujima staff is deciding our break, so we will know for sure by Friday.
Wonderful. So yeah, that will be the like final day to get all the zhuzh together, make the exhibit look nice and neat. Then we'll have a live link for y'all to share amongst everyone. Like, oh snap, I was a part of this workshop and I'm a part of this virtual exhibit that goes on from now until infinity.